Good morning. I'm Stacy McCann, and I'm the new director of Kids First Preschool and Daycare. With today being the beginning of our annual stewardship campaign, I would like to tell you about how your investments make a difference in the lives of children within our community. When thinking about how I wanted to present this, I briefly considered playing a slideshow with puppies and kittens and babies and rainbows, but in a silly attempt to capture your attention in only a way that I would think of. And I would probably rather sing this, but I figure now is not the time to be ornery. So, with the use of 35% of CrossRoads budgets, and with Kids First being the biggest children's ministry here and ministering to the most children on a weekly basis, this is a huge responsibility to us. It's just really large. And anyways, Lynn, you took half my speech. What I want to say is that many of you don't have the privilege that I do of seeing the daily hustle and bustle of young children and families coming and going from CrossRoads every week. If it weren't for your investment at Kids First, many of these children and their parents would never step foot into a church. Many of them would never know that Jesus loves them. Then there's the blood, sweat, and tears of all the teachers and staff working daily as a team to provide loving care and Christ-centered early childhood education. Because of their hard work, our children's kindergarten screening test scores are at the top. In fact, Kids First is well known in our community for our ability to send fully prepared children into public school with all of the basic knowledge needed for a successful start to their formal education. Many of you may not know that CrossRoads and Kids First are also financially interdependent. If it weren't for Kids First supporting CrossRoads financially, this church might have gone belly up long ago. With all the good that CrossRoads does for families and children in our community, it would be a tragedy to see all of that go away. So, are your investments making a difference? Are we really making a positive influence in our community? I would say yes. They are making a huge difference. I see it every day in the bright faces of precious little children who depend on us to teach them, care for them, and keep them safe. I see it in the community when I hear teachers talking about how they love having children from Kids First. I see it when new families leave other programs and enroll in ours because they heard about what a great program we have by word of mouth from friends, neighbors, and other people in our community. My family is also proof that CrossRoads is changing lives and making a difference. We have been so blessed and fortunate to have found CrossRoads. The people of CrossRoads are like a hidden treasure that I want everyone to discover. In conclusion, I would like to read a poem by James J. Metcalf called Teacher's Prayer. I believe this poem sums up the philosophy of the staff at Kids First and the reasons why we continue to work with and invest in children year after year. Teacher's Prayer. I want to teach my students how to live this life on earth, to face its struggles and its strife, and to improve their worth. Not just the lesson in a book or how the rivers flow, but how to choose the proper path wherever they may go, to understand eternal truth and know the right from wrong, and gather all the beauty of a flower and a song. For if I help the world to grow in wisdom and in grace, then I shall feel that I have won and I have filled my place. And so I ask your guidance, God, that I may do my part for character and confidence and happiness of heart. Thank you, CrossRoads, for shining the light.